Let's learn about the cleansing vegetable. We are cooking the vegetable which is a celery. Okay, so here what we have, the ingredients, very simple ingredients we are going to use here. So I'm going to show in the video. Okay, so the ingredients what we have: celery 1 bowl, 1 onion, white onion, 2 tablespoons of the garlic leaves, fresh garlic leaves. Then I have cumin, turmeric, salt, full chilies, dried chilies, and paprika powder. So I'm going to use a little bit of all of this and create this beautiful vegetable which is going to cleanse you for your constipation. Okay, so the moisturizer or moisturizing agent what we are going to cook with it is a teaspoon of the ghee. Once the ghee is nicely melted, okay, once the ghee, today I'm cooking in this pot because my other pots are not cleaned. Okay,
it's a non-stick
pot. Okay, otherwise the grills are all not cleaned yet from yesterday's session. So I'm going to put a little bit of a tablespoon of the cumin powder and garlic leaves. Okay, so tablespoon of cumin seeds and 2 tablespoons of garlic leaves. Okay, and then I'm throwing just a dry chili into it from my garden. Okay, which is I saved during the summertime, so I made them dry and I am using them today. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to throw the onion into it. Okay, so these onions are like chopped into the like a salad kind of form. Okay, and we are going to caramelize them. So cook them maybe a minute or two.
Garlic leaves about a tablespoon.
Pardon?
Garlic leaves
About 2 tablespoons.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 tablespoons. Doesn't matter because it's a cleanser. It is an opener. It is a detoxifier. So it doesn't matter. If you are comfortable with the garlic, that's what it matters. And garlic is the best medicine to manage the blood pressure also. Okay. So all the combinations are very thoughtful for your disease. What I am doing for today's cooking class is very specifically for your customized food. Okay. So here what I am going to do, the oil is everywhere, right? Now it is spread everywhere. I am going to add the turmeric. So a tablespoon of turmeric and just a half spoon of the paprika. Yeah, cayenne pepper or paprika, whatever you have.
Oh,
okay. And now I am going to add the celery. Okay, celery, because they both are water content vegetable, so they are going to cook together very well. Right? Onion also has a water in it. Celery also, look at that. Fiber, a lot of fiber. A lot of water content. Right? So we are going to cook it together. Where are my napkins?
you need a paper towel? No?
Oh, okay. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to put some salt. Okay. 2 teaspoons of the salt, and that's it. Now I'm going to let all this cook together nicely. Okay. So I'm going to cover the lid on top of it, and then at the same time when it is getting cooked, we are going to cook the another recipe. So I'm going to let it put a lid on it and let it cook on the sides here. Okay. And then we will start here. The second recipe.
Okay, and because celery has so much water, you don't have to add. Okay.
If you feel like you are going to use with the white rice or only quinoa, then you can make it a little bit water addition. Okay, so but the rice what we are going to make is something you have to think. Consistency, you can always change the consistency. Okay. Now the second recipe what we are going to do, or what we need for the second recipe, is the same content, but we will have some cashews addition and fenugreek seeds. Okay, and we will have bay leaf. Okay, bay leaf. All right. So until this gets nice and warm, I'm going to chop a little bit of broccoli from here.
Okay. I'm gonna watch how you chop it so that I can start buying fresh.
So everything,
Oh, it comes off easily.
it's there.
Just cut off like that.
Yeah, that's it. You don't, it's not hard to do anything.
No, it looks
Everything from the scratch is very easy to do, okay? It's not hard.
Some recipes you see, they have, seems like a million ingredients, you know? But that's it.
Food can be tasty with your attachment to that food, okay? Alright. So we will be cooking the broccoli rice, okay? So for that, what we have, the ingredients I'm going to show. So we have 1 part of quinoa and one part of rice and 1 part of lentils, okay? They are soaked for half an hour to 1 hour, but you can soak 2-3 hours before. I totally forgot, okay? Now these are the 2 grains, grain and lentil we are using. So 1 part of each, and then we are using some vegetables here. So the vegetables what we are using, broccoli, 4 to 5 florets, big florets, like 1 bowl of the broccoli, 1 small bowl of the cilantro, cashews, fenugreek seeds, turmeric, paprika, and we have cumin seeds and salt as per taste, okay? So and a bay leaf is something which is a very aromatic and digestive herb we are going to use in the raw form. But when you are going to cook with the bay leaf is not chewable, okay? So we have to remove it, okay? Now to cook the cooking agent, what we are going to use to cook this is a ghee. So we will use a tablespoon of ghee and put it in the nice hot pot of the rice cooker, okay? And now in that one we are going to add the cumin seeds. So 1 teaspoon of the cumin seeds. It's nice and warm. The pot, it should not be cold. The ghee has to be warm to put the herbs, dried herbs into it.
Okay.
Otherwise it's not going to crack out or bring that aromatic medicinal values out of that food.
Okay.
Okay. So now I'm going to put one and see, hear the sound. I can hear the sound. Okay. So I'm going to put 1 teaspoon of the cumin seeds, bay leaf, okay, and I'm going to put the cashews into it, okay, dry cashews into it. And now I'm adding the turmeric, a teaspoon of turmeric and half teaspoon of paprika, cayenne pepper, okay. Now I'm adding the methi, fenugreek seeds, a teaspoon of the fenugreek seeds, okay, a teaspoon of the fenugreek seeds, and I'm going to add the broccoli florets into it later on once I cook with make the rice saute and the beans saute, okay.
So you put in the rice, okay.
So rice and lentils are going to get first so that I can saute them a little bit, dry saute them before I add the water into them. Okay? You got it what I said? Yeah? So make sure at the same time you have your vegan on the other side.
Okay.
You know, and making sure that the vegetable is getting cooked properly. Make sure it's not burning. You know, and if you feel it, you can add a half glass of water here. So you can add a half glass of water, and let's do that, okay?
Okay.
So that you will see. Half glass of water into the celery. All right. So celery, we added the half glass of water. It's right there in that pot, and we are cooking the rice here. Okay. So I'm going to saute. Now let's add some salt into it. Look at this. You want to see this? How it is getting sorted? You know, you are making that lighter. So imagine you are cooking very authentic. Okay, you're not just throwing water and let it cook. Got it?
Okay, got it. So I use a regular pot just like this.
And then add the broccoli florets. All right, and add the cilantro. At the same time, on the other side, what I am doing, I'm boiling the water in the kettle. Okay?
Okay.
So I'm mixing this all together. And I'm going to add the salt into it. So 2 teaspoons of salt. Salt always as per the taste. How much you need? Definitely you do that. That's the fenugreek, just I wanted to finish it. So I just added the fenugreek, you know. Now I am going to mix the water into this, okay? So I'm mixing all of this together nicely. So there is a bay leaf. All these are the digestive agents, okay? Cilantro. Cilantro is very alkaline food, you know. Adding the water. So as we had 2 bowls of the lentils and quinoa and rice, so I am adding the same amount of water into it. Okay, same amount of water. So you can do the same amount of water when you want it separated grain. Okay. If you want a little bit soggy kind of thing or overcooked kind of thing, then you can add more water. If you want a soupy kind of formation of that, okay, soupy kind of, then add maybe 1.5 to 2.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, got it what I just said?
Yes.
So I always give options to think, to make you think. Otherwise, there are thousands of videos where you can just watch and do. But the logistics and the things what you can do with that disease and with that thing is the uniqueness of your learning. Okay. So I'm just going to mix all of this together. Okay. And I'm going to cover the lid. So I will show you how it looks before I keep the lid. Here you go. So everybody is inside nicely. So, and this is a celery vegetable, and this is your quinoa, broccoli quinoa soup, khichdi kind of version. Okay. All right. So I'm going to put the lid on it so that your all sensory organs starts, you know, feeling it. So now, as I use the hot water into the rice, it's going to cook faster, and it is going to save our time.
And so I'm going to use a regular pot.
Okay.
At first, anyway.
Absolutely. So you can do the same thing in the pot on the stove top. Only it is going to take a time. Okay. As I have a client at 1 p.m. That's what I say. This is the easy recipe, very healthy recipe, thoughtful recipe for you to use it on the day-to-day basis. If you eat food like this is not something which is going to bother you for the weight, for the pressure, blood pressure, for the diabetes, right? So it is going to help you. Then fruits, you can have the good fruits, what we discussed. Fruits doesn't have sugar, it has fructose. So it doesn't go directly into the blood. It goes into the liver.
I have to look at the fruits again.
Yeah.
Because I know what we've had, grapes and orange.
Huh. Yeah. So this is like, anyways, fruits are meant less for the kapha people because fruits are sweet and sour in taste, and sweet increases the weight and kapha in the body. So that's why, and adults or old people or adult people don't need that much fruits like the way kids do it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can't do much.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see this? Now here is your opportunity to maybe also throw a fistful of sprouts or some nuts, whatever you like. See, this is cooked. You want to see it? Check it out.
Yeah.
This is, see, it is already cooked. You see, it is going through. So that means it is ready. Now you can put a bunch of cilantro on top of it for decoration purpose, and then you are good to go. You know? So that much is there when you are cooking. You know? So just cook mindfully, thoughtfully.
That's a good way to say it.
Yeah. Mindfully. Right? So, yeah, I'm just going to turn off the. I'm going to turn off the heat from the celery, and I'm just adding some of the coriander on top of it.
From your garden?
From my garden. That is important. And as I turned off the heat, right, from the celery, I'm going to add the lime juice on top of it. Fresh lime juice, no bottled one, no artificial lime juice, ready to use kind of thing. The aromas, the prana has to always come from the fresh one rather than the other one. Okay? So this is your thing. Your rice is, I think the 2 whistles are done, right? Let's have the 3rd whistle and then it is good. So you want to try this? Okay. Try it out and maybe, there you go. It's hot, okay? Slowly, okay?
Smells delicious.
So when you cook fresh food, it is always going to smell better.
Well,
You know?
the spices.
Yeah, spices is the thing what you need to understand, using them often into the food. Because spices is like a brain in the food, you know?
I like
So
that.
the intelligence in the food, you know? So that's the reason you need, you need to use the spices so that it can be like a brainy thing to us. We always like brainy people, right? We don't like people who are dumb. That's like, the food has to be always good. It should be more like, feeling, it should be more like cleaning, nourishing. Is it good? Good? So that if you eat that towards the bedtime, believe me, you're going to enjoy it more.
Oh, for dinner is a good time.
Because it's a vata time, and I want that vata movement for as we have some constipation and heaviness in the belly. That's what you explained me in the morning. So I thought like this will be the good vegetable for us to start with. I'm just going to check whether it is cooked for us. So that you want some hot water to drink?
Yeah, because mine is cold.
Okay.
Maybe there's less. Oh, right here. Let me just add some.
Check it out. Come here. You didn't finish the whole avocado. I brought it up and I saw like you ate only half.
The avocado, I don't eat much avocado.
Okay. Even mine too. See, I also ate half. I cannot take one.
I put half in the grain. Yeah, that looks great.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
you see this?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is your rice. The combination of quinoa, rice, broccoli, and lentil, chickpea lentil. Okay. So this is ready. All is ready. It takes very few minutes to cook the healthy food. I wish you all the best for your cooking so that you can start involving all of these recipes into your day-to-day food concept. Now, as you are learning few of the recipes, you can slowly think of doing it in your kitchen.
Yeah, so I can plan